Good morning. Just enjoying some of the beauty of the new growth that's showing itself all over this spring. We've had a long, hard winter, a darkness, a heaviness, a coldness that we've experienced that can wear on our spirit. At Tahoe this year, they're estimating that we received 700 inches of snow. If you do the math, that's like something like 56, 57 feet of snow this winter alone. Often it feels like we're in a tunnel, and the light at the end of the tunnel gets further and further away because the tunnel just feels like it's getting longer. Our spirits can feel heavy and burdened by the environment and by the seasons, as well as the circumstances of our lives. We hear a lot about mental health these days, and there's such value to talking about that. Some people, all of us really, struggle with the burdens of our world today. Our life is not perfect. God knows what we carry, and often that loneliness in the carrying is what seems to extend the tunnel even longer before us. I get lost spiritually many times in my life. Even though I know that God is present, I think often of that long journey that the chosen people took on their way to the promised land. Yes, God was there, guiding them in a pillar of fire at night and a cloud by day. And I know that God is with me as well. But still, the chosen people got lost. They lost sight of the divine in their life and also of the love for one another, looking for familiar markings, landmarks, things to which they could attach meaning and direction and vision of where they're headed. And often in my life, and perhaps in yours, all those landmarks are very hard to find. Ending up feeling as though I'm going in circles, not making any headway at all. I know God's with me. That's the gift of my faith. But sometimes it almost feels like I don't want to be found. I don't want God to see me lost. I'd rather just present a very happy individual upon the arrival in the promised location. See what I did? See, aren't you proud of me? The point of a relationship with God is not the end result, really. As much as we hear that our goal is heaven, we understand that. But that's not to negate the journey there. And I think that's really important when we talk about being lost. Dorothy Day talks about the long loneliness of her life on this earth, trying to figure it out, staying aligned with the love of God, care for other people, and balancing the space in our minds when we feel sad and distressed and burdened. We know God is present, but God is also present in one another. So what happens when I don't want to be found? Playing hard to get, avoiding prayer, maybe even avoiding the other obligations of my faith. Sitting with God, even if I'm not hearing anything, being present to God, and understanding that God is present to me, and sometimes not with an answer. God isn't that magical vending machine. I put in my 2 cents, and here's my problem, and ping, out drops the answer. Sometimes God isn't there with the answers. Sometimes God is just there with God's presence. So in the dark, lost, lonely times, take heart. You are not alone.